Welcome aboard, come in. Welcome to Peggy the lorry. She's my 1984 7.5 ton horse lorry that I've converted over the last 3 years for hardly any money whatsoever. Small kitchen, 12 volt fridge, wood burning stove. It's my land yacht. My name's Bill Francis. I live off-grid after serving 15 years in the army. Realised that life in a flat or a bedsit wasn't compatible with my free will, so I chose to be home free rather than homeless. And these are pictures of my local beach, Folkstone. It's the beginning of the White Cliffs of Dover, so it's very hilly, and the Estarli just ploughs through them really. There is no way on earth I could cycle up some of the hills in Folkstone and Dover as I am, but with the Estarli, okay, yeah, it does drain the battery a bit more than usual, but it gets me up there no problem at all. And I've taken up some steep hills as well, just to test it. So, and my brother, when I first got it, my brother was like, oh, I bet it can't do this hill, or I bet it can't do that hill. And I'm like, well, I'll give it a go. 15 minutes, I'm back, and I'm like, just done it. So yeah, I do like putting it through its paces. We're here at Vanlife Festival 2024, my second year. And the first year I saw you guys, and it kind of opened my eyes up to electric bikes really. It wasn't on my radar. I was looking at getting a moped, so it opened my eyes up and had a go, fell in love, walked away because I'm quite sensible and thought don't buy this on a whim. And a month later, after doing lots and lots of research into other electric bikes, I was back. Yeah, she's not too welcome in town centres. I've no idea why. I think she's beautiful. So generally I do park in sort of the countryside and that. So I needed something to get in and out of town to get a few supplies sort of thing. It just ticked all the boxes, charges off the solar panels, folds up and goes underneath the bed. So I can use it for shopping runs, rides out just to try and get out and get some fresh air and a little bit of exercise because I'm a big lad. Yeah, it just ticks all the boxes for me. So because this is such a big room, storage was at a premium, so I decided just to get a normal double bed, raise it up, and this gives me so much storage. So it is a bit of a dumping ground under here, but the bike is stored along with lots of other stuff just in here. So let's go and set her up and we'll go for a spin. I think I do about 8 or 9 festivals a year. Such a wide variety of vehicles, from micro campers, small cars, caravans, to the VWs, to everything really, even to the double-decker buses. Most people wouldn't think twice of jumping in the car just to go to the co-op at the end of the street, just to pick up milk and bread. So to have an e-bike that's there ready to go, you flick a button on and you're off. Cheers. That's it. In the summertime, I spend a good couple of weeks this summer around Shrewsbury playing at Stonehenge, and I can easily cover 20 miles completely off-road, through grass that's a foot long, up and down hills and that sort of thing, and it just plods through it. It's just brilliant. It just keeps going, and especially with a man of my slightly larger size, it might not have the range that you've got for someone half my weight, but it gets me everywhere I need to go, and it's brilliant. It just gives me the ability to go and see a lot more places, much further places than I could even walk really, because I do suffer with my back occasionally, so I don't walk too far, and so the bike just gives me that range to go and see much more places. That's my elephant. I've spent a lot of time in Kenya with the army, and then when I've had holidays I've gone to Thailand, so I wanted an African elephant but with Thai sort of inscriptions. So, and then the other side's a military one. I served from 2000 to 2015 in the military. Did 2 tours of Iraq, 3 tours of Afghanistan, and I think the training that gave me allowed me to live this lifestyle now that I can be self-sufficient, I can live off-grid. I do a lot of wild foraging. It's still a learning curve. I probably know about 5% of what there is out there in wild foraging, but it's a constant learning curve sort of thing. So, so it's put me in good stead, and again saves me a fortune from living in a house, being miserable and boring and watching TV all day. So so it's given me my freedom back, as such as this has. You know, there is a very small element of exercise to it, and it gets you out in the fresh air. It gets your heart beating. I mean, it might not be, you know, peloton, you know, mountain bike or anything like that, but I'm 45, I'm a slightly larger build, so just some light, gentle exercise, it's fantastic. So like when I'm just cycling for leisure like I am today, I'm on power mode 2, just pootling around. But if I just want to get to the shops and back, I'll stick it on 5, whiz there, whiz back, and it's done and dusted. I've got quite a decent solar system on here. I've got 500 watts of solar panels on the roof, and I've got 500 amp hour batteries under the seats, and they're just normal leisure batteries. I've not gone for anything flash. So that gives me plenty of electric even throughout the winter, and I run a fridge freezer, Estarli satellite. I charge the bike, gives me all my lighting and everything I need, as well as an inverter. So occasionally when I do need mains power, I can just bang the inverter on as well, sort of thing. So I'm never short of power, and this is why this was the main thing I brought the Estarli for, is because it comes with a 12-volt charger. So in the summertime I go to Stonehenge, and I think I've done a 20-mile round trip, and I've still got back with battery, and that's off-road, up and down hills and across Salisbury Plains. So it does me well, and again, it's not brilliant, but then I'm kind of twice the size of the average person that rides a bike, so I do quite well on it. I'm famous. All right, mate. See you in a bit. Try it and you'll fall in love with it. It folds up in the boots of cars. I've got friends with small VW T5s. One of them fits underneath the rock and roll bed. So they do generally fit into all size camper vans. And if you're someone that enjoys the outdoors like me, but can't necessarily climb up to the tops of mountains, this gets you halfway up there. So you get to see a lot more of the, you know, I enjoy the countryside. I can't necessarily do the mountains anymore, but this certainly gets me a lot closer than I otherwise would be sitting at the window drinking tea.